It's the Circle of Hope pastors here. We've just entered the season of Lent. This is a Circle of Hope kind of tradition. And 15 years ago or whatever, I would have asked, why would I care about Lent? This is a question that I really had. Circle of Hope taught me to care about Lent. We have the Circle of Hope pastors are at here. So let's answer that question. Why would I care about Lent?
Johnny, I like our theme this year. It's called Rest for Our Weary Souls. And I think we would care about Lent because we need a season to slow down and actually digest some of the stuff that's going on with us. Like our world is so hectic, and we live in this culture of convenience stores and constant distractions at our fingertips, and we need space to feel our grief and digest our sorrow. It mostly gets shoved down to the shadow, and then that makes us sick. And so I need space to kind of bring that into the light with God in order for it to be used and healed.
Yeah, and I like your analogy about it being digested, because I think it is something that happens in our bodies, our grief and our sorrow and the things that we carry in our bodies. But sometimes it's easy to live in our heads. So Lent for me is about having this deepening spiritual journey that can be an experience in my body.
Sounds really good. And just to zoom out for a second, we're trying to prepare for the resurrection in a 40-day period where we're intentionally trying to get in touch with the suffering that Jesus experienced, particularly in a 40-day fast in the desert. And I think for me, it's a spiritual reboot. It's an opportunity to organize my life around my need for God in some ways, and try to do some practices or eliminate some things that actually create some distance. But I think Lent is better for the jacked up people than it is for the pious.
Totally. And
Yes.
you don't end up being more pious at the end of it, really. Lent isn't about making you more holy, making you more perfect. It's not a self-help season. It's about forgetting yourself and remembering Jesus. It's about emptying yourself and being filled with the Spirit. And so we're moving towards God. It's about trying again, because it's so hard to do it. The world's a shipwreck. The tide is pulling us away. And just a time to, resist a little extra.
And it's also a time that we do together. The Lenten, it's a time for spiritual practices, an extra intensity. And I like the smallness of it, just 6 weeks leading up to Easter, and we're all pushing for it. At least we're all talking about it. I hope you were all listening to it on this video cast, getting into the conversation and encouraging each other so that it's like, this is what we're doing. And I'm like a real team player, so I thrive in that environment where I get to like really try hard because this is what we're doing. And that's enough reason for me to go for it.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I think, maybe you instinctively might hear like a personal discipline or something that's individual oriented. And Ben, I like how you said, well, yeah, okay, that might be good, but also there's a lot of stuff that we're doing together. Lent is a community experience.
Perfect segue to circleofhope.net/Lent. Lots of opportunities, right? We've got Rest for Our Weary Souls, these worship relief concerts. There's the daily prayer, both water and wind every day. There's going to be Holy Week, where it's this super intense week of opportunity every week in the Sunday meeting in your cell. Hope you'll be touching it. So check out those opportunities and get engaged, definitely.
And each of those opportunities is a chance for more grace in your life. Like, I love what you said, Johnny, about how it doesn't make us more pious in the end. It's so true. You can take a discipline, you can try a discipline and fail, and then you will get more grace from God, and that is the point.
We hope that at the end of this season you feel rested, nourished, closer to God. Enter into the time as you can. There are a lot of opportunities. Try not to make them obligations. You don't need to do this. It's a chance. It's something that it's an opportunity to do something together. So I hope that you find it helpful to you and beneficial to you, your cell, your congregation, whatever situation you find yourself in. God is calling us back to God's self. Move with us if you're ready and if you want to. If you like this, share it with others. Like the page, subscribe to it. There's a lot of ways that we can interact together. And if you have more questions in general that are not very Lenten, send them our way too. We'll be glad to answer them. See you.